Well, guys, another year has come and gone here at Spud Run Golf. You know, back from the early days of even building this thing, I just knew it was something special. I really did. Did I know how special it would be? Probably not. From that first push of the bulldozer to just this year finishing up the Airbnb, man, it's been one heck of a ride. What I'd like to do in today's episode is recap the top 10 moments here at the Backyard Golf Course for the year of 2024. It was a banger. We're going to throw this thing back to March of 2024, and yes, I will go in chronological order. First big thing on my list, and probably not big to you, but was starting our merch line. With the help of my friend though, we was able to get some stuff set up on Shopify. Now I'm not here to harp on the merch, I don't care if you buy it or if you don't buy it. We had a good year, decent year selling some merch, but what was so satisfying to me was just having that merch available for people to buy and seeing the people that did step up and buy it. And since then I've gotten emails and seen pictures of people wearing it all over the place. And it felt really good. Number one on my list, merch. Coming in the 2-hole, for me, greenside irrigation. Most people ask me, why didn't you put that irrigation in when you built the green? It comes down to one simple object, money. The budget was not there to put that greenside irrigation in during the initial construction. So it took me, almost 4 years to get that put in. Definitely a highlight of my year, not only from installing it, but the operations of it throughout the whole year. Now, I will say, it's got a learning curve to it. The greenside irrigation for me definitely helped. But I did catch myself in the middle of summer putting too much water down, which fed some diseases and stuff. But number 2 on the list, greenside irrigation, I'm tickled to have got that done. At this point, you're probably thinking all the items on my list are material things or things I've personally done. That's not the case. We've got one more item though. Following up the greenside irrigation, we put in that concrete behind the green that led to my maintenance shack. There again, for me, that was a big deal to get some drainage issues taken care of, and it just cleaned up the backside of the green. Fortunately for me here at Spud Run Golf, I've got the ability to do things like the concrete and the excavation, all that stuff. So doing the concrete, although an expensive item in-house, I still saved a lot of money doing that work by myself. And that's number 3, backside of the green, that concrete cart path. All right, now we're moving into the end of April, and we start to get golfers rolling in. So coming in 4 on my list, a bachelor party. The first event like this that we've ever hosted. And when I say host, I wasn't out here the whole time just babysitting these guys. I just kind of facilitated the deal. Obviously, we had the golf course, the Airbnb. They came in full force. My buddy DJ had a heck of a time. It was the first time we'd had, I think at one point we had 18 golfers on the Backyard Golf Course. They came in for a rip-roaring 4 full days here at the Backyard Golf Course. And let me tell you, everything was full. It was just a lot of bodies, a lot of moving parts. Like I said, I wasn't here the whole time. I still worked during the day. Imagine your buddy says, hey, for my bachelor party, we're all going to go to some guy's backyard and hang out for 4 days. You'd probably think he was crazy. But I'll tell you what, those guys came back in October, and they've already back on the schedule for this year. So that tells me they enjoyed what we had here. I will admit, I had a little reservation about that many people here and how they would treat the course, getting overserved and out of control, tearing stuff up. But 100% they had the love, the passion for the golf course like I felt like I do. They totally respected it. It turned out to be an awesome time. It was 100% success. DJ, you the man. Number 5, moving in towards the end of May, a 10-day stretch that we had some big time social media content creators come in and stay and play here at Spud Run Golf. Now I will admit, in the back of my mind, I had the thoughts that, what if they travel these thousands of miles and get here and they think they wasted their time, they wasted their efforts, time, money to get here, and it was a joke. Boy, was I happy to see their faces when they came here. You could just see it was like a kid in a candy store. They all had their phones out taking pictures. They was tagging me and stuff right off the rip. It felt really good. Now Spud Run, we have a decent following, but these guys brought big time following with their channels to Spud Run Golf. It helped us a lot on our numbers. But more importantly, all my fears of thinking that it was kind of a joke, Spud Run and what I've done, they loved it. It was absolutely a great time. I got to meet them all. We got to hang out behind the camera. I got to learn a lot about them, a lot about the processes they do. I made some lifelong friends from this that we still touch base and bounce ideas off each other. It was over about a 12-day stretch. We have Josh Mayer Golf, Almost Average, Birdogi. It was wonderful. It definitely had to make my top 10 list of 2024. I bet you didn't have number 6 on your bingo card. Has nothing to do with golf. However, it was top moment. My sister and her husband Adam got married out here in June. Set up on the fairway, had a wedding, and what was cool about that, other than my sister getting married, it was cool because they thought the golf course was so pretty that they took the time and wanted to set it up here. and have their wedding. But coming in the 6th hole, a wedding at the backyard golf course. Now moving on to July, you think my list would all be hunky-dory, a bunch of roses and flowers and good stuff. But what I'm going to mention now, it is a top moment. In July, we had a group come down and play, and they completely disrespected the green, making me sick to my stomach and jeopardizing the future of Spud Run Golf. So I get back from work, nobody's around. I get back by the green, it looks like it had bugs all over it from the angle I was looking at it. So I walk up to it, and there's ball marks everywhere. Totally destroyed with ball marks. None of them were fixed. They weren't attempted to be fixed. They were just big craters everywhere. Now that put something in me that I didn't think I had in me, and that was doubt. I had doubt of what I'm doing. Is this worth it? It really did. It put me in a state of mind that I didn't think I'd get to. Now we've had some hardships with disease and other stuff, but this was different. The way I felt, it just sucked. Those folks had a couple more days to stay here and play, and after a talk, they didn't get to play no more. And it was all just about disrespecting the green. That's always the rule. The green is my baby. Take care of the green. That's all you gotta do. The feel-good part of this is a week later, there was somebody who reached out to me, and their 16-year-old son wanted to come to Spud Run, and that's what he wanted for his birthday, was to come play Spud Run. He watched on social media. That's what he wanted for his birthday. So the mom reached out to me. We got him set up, and this is a week after those bad thoughts I had. The joy on that fella's face, it turned it around for me 180. I mean, it turned it completely around. All those bad thoughts I had a week prior were diminished. They were gone. So Lors, if you're watching, you turned it around not only for me, but for future guests at Spud Run Golf, because there for a brief week or so, I was doubting whether we'd keep, having guests come and enjoy the course. And seeing that excitement confirmed that what we've done is right, and it feels good for me at least to see that and turn it around. So thanks, Lors. Number 8, Ryan Knorr. So Ryan Knorr's got a huge channel, very, very knowledgeable about grass. He's a turf nerd. Now you guys probably don't think so, but I'm actually geeked out on turf. I'm a turf nerd myself. Not as knowledgeable as Ryan Knorr, but Ryan Knorr's got a social media channel that I'd always watched. I remember commenting on his videos 2-3 years ago. He's like, man, I'm building a golf course in my backyard. You need to come check it out. Well, so when Ryan finally reached out to me that he wanted to come to Spud Run Golf and see what I'm doing and get notes for himself, it was awesome. We spent a couple days together, filmed some content, but what was most exciting for me, that probably the biggest reason it makes this list, is because Ryan's a cool cat. We got to hang out at the Hack Shack. We got to just do all kinds of cool things together. We just geeked out together on turf more so than golf. I love that, and that's why it made my list. Right at the 1st of September, I'm going to talk about a 2.5 week stretch that encompasses this highlight of the year for me. We start off our member guest tournament. I was able to participate in my first member guest victory. It's 2-man teams. It's a typical member guest format like you play in your hometown or your home course or whatever. Paulie and I was able to get a victory. So that's the start of this number 9 here. The day after the big member guest victory, I had a group of 4 chefs use Spud Run as a meeting point. They came from Toronto, Vegas, Miami, and New York. These guys all had a passion for golf. How in the world did they end up in Southern High in some guy's backyard? I have no clue. They came here, and albeit I want to consider them city boys. I didn't see a lot of their content before they came, so I was a little bit reserved about how they would be. Our little grill and Hack Shack, it's pretty archaic, I would say the least. They fit right in. They came in, and no disrespect to these guys, I told them up front that I thought I had my reservations and whatnot. They came in, they were awesome. They spent a week here. They ate this place up. More fireside chats that I just never imagined I would have prior to building Spud Run Golf. And it was a cool fill-in for that week between member guest subscribers tournament. Thursday night of that same week is when the subscribers start coming in, and they come from all over. Came from Puerto Rico, Hawaii, California. I mean, they come from all over. Subscribers tournament is always a highlight of the year, and I hate that I compacted this into one item. But for me, the experience of that stretch of days, it was definitely a highlight. My guy from Puerto Rico, Alex, takes the W. The subscribers tournament was it was topping on the cake. Then the subscribers tournament ends. We get the Allens in, the couple that wrote the book on top 100 golf courses that they played all top 100. It was just an incredible stretch that I would have never dreamed that something, I hate to say action-packed, but I mean, the course was in such good shape for this stretch. What I get to meet 20-something really cool people. I mean, that was that's a highlight, man. That was just a blissful 12, 14-day stretch. Rounding out my list and rounding out the year, you know, we had that #2 tee box project. Big project. That I can't put that in there. We do goofy things out here at Spud Run Golf. As friends, you know, as the creators come in, as guests come in, a lot of crazy things happen. But me and my buddies done the 9 beers, 9 holes challenge. We had so much fun. I want to say my belly still hurts from all the laughter. We had just such a good time. It's got to make the list. It was straight heathenry. But you know what that heathenry was? It was just a bunch of guys out enjoying an evening. Although our game was crazy, but it was so much fun. We couldn't have took the time to play that many people on a local course. You know, there was too many of us. We took forever to play. The backyard golf course that night served its purpose. It was, I think I was even quoted that night saying, "This is why I built this thing, was so that we could all do this." And although I love all the guests that come in, that was one night for just the boys and me to go out and just be straight heathens, have a ton of fun, and just laugh and talk crap. And it rounds out my list. #2 tee box, I'm sorry, but the 9 beers, 9 holes challenge, it was fantastic. One of the most fun things I've ever done on a golf course. I probably could have had 20 items on this list today, but I wanted to somewhat keep it compact. You guys have watched the channel. If you made it this far in the video, I know you're watching. What were some of your maybe favorite items, or what you thought was favorite? Heck, maybe you played here this year, Spud Run Golf. I know 2025 is already going to be off the books. All weekends are booked from April 1 clear through November. We've got some weekday availability, and there again, I'm not making this video to entice you to come. We're going to have fun. We've got people coming. I'm really looking forward to 2025, and you should be looking forward to the next episode, because we're going to do our profit and loss of 2024. And I've mentioned a couple times in the past season how I was excited to do the profit and loss, because you guys have seen the last 2 years. I hope that we'll all together be impressed with the profit and loss. That's coming up next here, Spud Run Golf. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for playing with us. Spud Run Golf. Over and out.